Hello everyone, I am back with another video for today. I didn't expect to come up with more content. Let me just boost my microphone so you all can hear me. There we go. So, a couple of things we need to discuss right now. If you weren't aware of what happened back on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday morning, early morning Tuesday. We had an unfortunate event where a train hit a pedestrian in Farmingdale, an unauthorized person. So I can't confirm to you now. From what I'm able to make out from... I'm only going to show you this image because I'm going to put this video in the description, or I'll have a card for it if I need to do that at the moment. But as you see here, I can't confirm to you all when this incident happened right after midnight on New Year's Day, which was Tuesday, January 1st. That it was an M3. So as you see here, this is an M3 train. Now, from what I'm making out, I can't tell if there were any passengers. From what I'm assuming, this looked like a non-passenger train. So that is some interesting news. Also, I want to quickly mention the victim who was struck by the train. From what news they made out on Tuesday, is expected to survive. So that is some interesting news. I can also report that after this incident did happen, I can report to you all that the individual who was struck by the train, we don't have an identity, but the individual was taken to Nassau University Medical Center according to Newsday. And as you see here, this crossing gate in Farmingdale was by Main Street and North Front Street. And look what's there, folks. It looks like the old grade crossings that need to be replaced. Can't make this stuff up. You really can't. So here is where they continue the investigation. As you see here, there was Nassau County Police. And from what Emergency Patches was able to make out, this video takes place sometime around after 12:20 a.m. So once again, I can confirm to you from what I'm making out, this was a non-passenger M3 train that struck this particular individual. Once again, Newsday did report that the individual struck was unauthorized. No identification was revealed. However, the person is expected to survive and was transported to Nassau University Medical Center. Just to quickly recap that part of the story. Now, we need to get to some important news. So tonight, starting at 11:45 p.m., there is track repair work going to take place overnight. Starting again tonight, Wednesday, January 2nd, 2019, and lasting until the end of February. So pretty much, this was announced back on December 21st, which was back on Friday, December 21st. The work will include final repairs to a 2,000-foot section of track near Grand Central Terminal, which where defects were discovered during the recent installation of a new modern signaling system called CBTC, Communications-Based Train Control. While the track is safe for current use, its repair is essential for future reliability and safety. Replacing this section of track requires chipping out existing concrete and the installation of a temporary track structure and the pouring of new concrete. Workers will also address a host of long-standing challenges on the line, including water conditions in the right-of-way, worn rail, and deteriorated tracks and conditions. The work will also include a central calibration activity for the new CBTC system and the removal of now out-of-service signal equipment replaced by communications-based train control. So here's what I need to show you right now. I won't read President Andy Byford's comment, but I need to read you this part. 7 service starting tonight and lasting until February 8th. There'll be no 7 service overnights between 11:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. between Queensboro Plaza and 34th Street Hudson Yards. There will be shuttle buses available, as well as the EFN R, and W trains in Times Square shuttle service provide alternative service. Shuttle buses will operate from Queensboro Plaza to Vernon Boulevard, Jackson Avenue, and from Times Square to 34th Street, Hudson Yards. During these hours, special weekend W service will operate between Ditmars Boulevard and Whitehall Street. So once again, as you see here, this will take place on weekdays and will also take place on weekends overnight. So once again, the work overnights on weekdays will start tonight, January 2nd. This is Monday through Friday, and will end on Friday, Let me confirm the date, everyone. I do apologize. Yes, Friday, February 8th. Almost said July. Yes, so Friday, February 8th will be the end of this work. Now, one more quick thing. During the weekend of January 26th and 28th, 7 service will be suspended between 74th Street Broadway and 34th Street Hudson Yards because of this. So I'll quickly mention that in the service changes video for that weekend. I'll put that note there, and I'll also link this press release in the description below, along with the other press release I need to read to you all. Quickly, want to end this point by saying shuttle buses will operate in 2 segments in Queens, from 74th Street Broadway to Queensboro Plaza, and from Queensboro Plaza to Vernon Boulevard, Jackson Avenue. A third shuttle bus will also operate in Manhattan from Times Square 42nd Street to 34th Street Hudson Yards. During this outage, additional peak hour e-service will operate. That is good news. Each service will be available for more people. And lastly, an immediate press release from today, Wednesday, January 2nd, 2019. I need to vent about this issue, and I will guiltily admit I've done this before, but after what I read today, I'm just alarmed. But anyhow, NYCT transit officials are warning customers of the dangers of walking or riding between subway cars with a new public service announcement campaign that started last week and continues to be in development. 7 people died while walking or riding between subway cars last year in 2018, including 4 people alone in December. 5 people died during such activity in 2017, and another 5 in 2016. So this is what I need to tell you, folks. I'm getting so annoyed with this. And I've seen the old documentaries. A long time ago on the E-Train, they used to purposely close the subway cars. They locked the in-between cars because the panhandlers were begging for money on the E-line. So they purposely did it so that way they couldn't go in between cars when the train was going. Why can't they do that? They should make a policy. Lock the doors. I know it's something, but there should be a way to lock it on the inside and have emergency personnel available to open it from the outside if a train derails. I'm just getting so annoyed. And this is what causes delays. This is what single-handedly can also cause delays.
No one has any reliable idea of how many homeless people and panhandlers are on the subway. But some stations and some lines certainly have more than their share.
Most people think immediately of Grand Central, but the cops have been cracking down there lately. That has sent people scattering. The E-Train probably has more homeless people than any other line, and especially on cold days. The reason? It never goes above ground, so the warmth stays in the cars.
The thing to remember about panhandlers is they always prefer trains where the doors open between cars.
That makes the IND lines a bad bet. The doors on those trains are kept locked. So to move from car to car, you have to wait till the train stops, get out, and race up to the next car. That's bad for business. New York panhandlers are no dummies. They know this, and they choose their trains accordingly.
Help, please? Any kind of help.
I know this is off topic, but I'm going to say this again. There should be another public service announcement warning people, if you feel ill or sick, do not go over the turnstile. Do not inconvenience your other passengers. Alright, here we go. Digital displays in stations beginning airing in a PSA last week, which stated simply and directly, 3 people have died back in December walking between moving subway cars. Don't take the risk. Please ride safely. The PSA was later updated to note 4 people after an incident that took place on Saturday, December 29th, and starting today says 7 people died in 2018. Also, engineers are making announcements as well. Hello everyone, it is against the rules and very dangerous to ride or walk between train cars unless it's an emergency or if you're directed by a police officer or MTA crew member. Have a safe day and thank you for riding with us. New York City Transit President Andy Byford said in a statement, riding or walking between subway cars without supervision is dangerous and can cost a person their life. It's not worth it and we're urging our customers not to do it. Transit officials are also working on in-car signage to reinforce and amplify the measure that stepping between subway cars without official supervision is dangerous. Existing signage already notes that the act is prohibited. One last note, the first responder investigation and recovery work associated with these fatalities, during which power needs to be cut from the tracks, can also cause significant train delays and crowding conditions on platform. There were approximately 500 delays back in 2018 recorded as being caused by a person killed while moving between train cars, including about 190 delays from one incident alone in which a person died on December 21st, 2018 while walking between cars on the 2 line near 110th Street. So once again, all these press releases that I've read to over here will be in the description along with a card for this video. So with that being all said, thank you all for watching. Until the next one, please take care.